It is Thursday, February 19th, 2015. Welcome, everyone, to episode 24 of the OG Cast, your clan podcast for the original Guardians. My name is Mike. You can find me on Xbox Live. I am mikerocksmore. Apologies for the screwed up video last week. Not too sure what happened, but we're going to try and fix it this time. We're going to start off there with a little something different here. We'll get to that in a sec here. But let's get to the panel first and foremost here. Let's start off with Nick. How you doing this week?
Hey, NastyDestroyer here. I'm doing good. Trying not to freeze my Rastafarian mayonnaise off. Cool runnings.
Correct of you.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, cool runnings. Hey, watch the movie. It's good.
It has been a while since I've seen that.
Anyways.
All right. Next up, we've got Keith. How you doing?
Not too bad. You know, it's cold just like Nick. It was like negative 11 degrees this morning when I was driving to work, so it is rather chilly.
Retarded, stupid cold out there, man.
Yeah.
I have 4 space heaters rolling, stove, and I think I even turned my damn oven on. Just
Oh my goodness.
It's a drafty house. Wow. I need to re-insulate.
That sounds very safe.
Yeah, right. Not good. Well, if I'm dead tomorrow, you'll know why.
Don't let a match.
Well, we've also got Franz here with us again this week.
Hey,
how you doing?
Hey guys, glad to be back. Trying to stay warm like the rest of us.
Yeah, welcome back, bro. Missed you. So,
Good
what,
to be
2
back.
weeks in a row?
Yeah. It's a tough 2 weeks, busy 2 weeks, so
Yeah,
glad to be back now.
Yep, good to have you back, man.
Excellent. Next up, we've got Cynic. How's it going? Cynic, you there?
Your mic's muted, bro.
Yeah, that would help. No, pretty good. I'm not going to beat a cold dead horse. Everybody's just trying to stay warm. I've been balls deep in a bulb anyway, so I haven't even noticed if I haven't been out working.
It's kind of strange. It was above zero up here in my neck of the woods. So.
Oh yeah.
Go figure.
We've been lingering right on the line.
It's ridiculous.
Does it get really hot there in the summer, though?
It can, yeah. It can get to around, I guess 30 degrees Celsius. I'm not too sure what that equates to in Fahrenheit. Probably, 90s or so.
Gotcha.
So it can get warm, but definitely not the heat that you get down in the far south of the states there. So.
Yeah, it's the tough part being in New York City in the Northeast. You get all 4 seasons in the extreme of both the winter and the summer.
Yeah.
Oof. And the wind tunnels out there.
It's miserable. It's miserable.
You paint such a lovely picture.
No,
It's a great
honestly,
city,
it's
though.
beautiful. It's fun. Just the weather will kick your ass. It's not like you get like a mild summer for having to deal with such a harsh winter. You get a blizzard, then you get a hurricane, then you get the heat in the summer where it's 110 for a week. It's for people with tough skin.
Yeah, the best of both worlds. Not.
All right. Well, last but certainly not least, making his triumphant return, we got Seth. How you doing this week?
Doing pretty good, guys. Nice to be able to finally get back in here.
Yep, good to have you, man.
All right. Well, let's dive in here. As I said, we're going to do something a little different here. Figured it was about time we actually showed what we are using in game to do raids for Nick and Cindy to do as well as they do in Call of Duty. So I just figured take a few minutes here and just kind of run through our characters a bit and kind of show what we're using, and hopefully if you're maybe toss some ideas out there, something you hadn't considered. So let's dive into it here, and I'll jump in first here. Hopefully this all works nicely. Alright, can you guys see my character there?
Yeah.
I can see him, but is he supposed to be the main focus for everybody? I just want to make sure we
Yeah.
clear that up. Alright, because I don't see him as my main focus. I see Cinnamon says.
Okay.
Is it because?
Okay. Well, focus isn't changing here, so I think we should be good here.
Okay.
So this is my character. This is my hunter. What I've been using for a lot of the hard raids that we've been doing, and yeah, let's kind of dive into it here. As you can see, I'm rocking full raid gear. I was using Acleophage symbiote for the golden gunshot for a little while, but kind of given that up because this helmet I have now gives me a little bit more intellect, which I kind of like. So I can use my super a little bit more often, which is definitely more useful. Beyond that, yeah, it's all just pretty standard stuff. Kind of run through my weapons too. I finally got Fatebringer leveled up, so I'm going to start using that a lot more, especially for the Abyss.
That's dope.
Because yeah, everyone seems to use it, and I think with good reason.
Yeah, I never grinded the Atheon on hard or whatever to get that. I'm kind of disappointed.
We ran it a couple times after Proto came out, and I was actually kind of lucky to get it finally. So,
oh, nice.
So then the 2 Mythoclasts I got in back-to-back weeks as well, so go figure. That raid screwed me over so much, and then finally decided to be nice to me. So yeah, I'm going to start using Fatebringer in the Abyss a little bit more. I also got Word of Crota fully leveled as well, so that's going to be my bridge and Death Singer weapon. And I've also got a fully leveled Abyss Defiant. I've been switching to that to use for actually taking down Crota himself. I think it's better for taking down a shield, a little bit more sustained fire and all that. And it seems to work for the most part.
And have you had to farm like a bunch of Glimmer to fully level all that stuff?
It's been a bit of a grind.
Exactly what I'm not playing.
Yeah, no, I was pretty low in the Glimmer wise for a while there, but I'm finally starting to. I've actually maxed my Glimmer a couple times now since in the last few weeks. So, but I'm hovering around 15,000, I think, right now. So
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're running Arcblade right now, but do you run Arcblade during the raid at all? I mean, during hard mode Crota, probably not.
For the Abyss, I have been using Arcblade. I think it's better because ultimately, with the invisibilities, it's handy. So what I do here, usually for the Abyss, I have a Showstopper equipped here. And that's just basically just the spin and twirl thing. It's really good for taking out large groups quickly, which is definitely useful. I have my Escape Artist here, so basically when I melee an enemy, I go invisible, which, again, really helpful. I don't use the crouch too often in the Abyss, but I have on occasion, not too much, but it is nice to have, I guess.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone use Gunslinger during the raid. All the hunters always go Blade Dancer.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all with Vault of Glass, but with Crota, it's the opposite, which is really interesting.
Invis is just so useful in that raid,
especially for like the lanterns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more running around and hiding than hanging back and shooting.
Yeah.
Like Atheon once.
I did used to take Gunslinger through there, and it does work. But yeah, definitely the Abyss or the Invis for hard mode is definitely a lifesaver.
Gotcha.
I do switch back to Gunslinger for the bridge and a bit of the Death Singer, just to try and take out some of the those Hallowed Knights that spawn on the other side. They are a real pain in the ass, so Gunslinger is definitely a lot more useful there. And this is just pretty much just pretty standard stuff. Chain of Woe for fast reloads, super nice. For Golden Gun, use gunfighter primarily, just so I can use it more. Combustion's really good though too, and that would be good for taking out more than one enemy at once. But then I switch back to Arc Blade for Crota, so I can try and take some of the acolytes out once you're at the crystal there, before the Crota gates open, I guess. And I use Razor's Edge here to try and take some of the acolytes out, make that encounter a little easier to get out the door there.
Nice.
And that's pretty much it for this guy, I think.
Your character looks pretty dope. So that's the shader from Hard Mode Crota?
It is, yeah. Glowhoo, or however you want to pronounce it there, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but yeah.
Can you do a little spin?
Fan.
Spin around for me?
Show me your ass.
Spin it around. Let's see that cape. It looks cool.
Oh.
And I broke you.
Oh, yeah, he broke it. I have been using Light of the Abyss a lot, in the at least for the Abyss part. And then I usually switch to Black Hammer for the for Crota to try and take the Sword Bearer out and all that.
I'll do a little short spin. There you go. Yeah, all right, perfect. Now walk off the catwalk. Walk away.
And of course, Galahorn, just because it's pretty much the best.
Wait, does the skull have like a third hole right there where the head is? That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
For the Thrall. Yeah.
Thrall skull there. I don't like that, to be honest, but
I think that'd look badass if it was green, like instead of light blue, like a robin's egg blue.
Yeah,
whatever. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that
Congrats,
is
Mike.
that is my character. Thank you. So let's Keith, Franz, would either one of you like to go next, or?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay.
Set it up here. You see it? The Titan?
I think we should be good, yeah?
Alright.
With a badass.
So similarly, I use Fatebringer for the Abyss, and I like Icebreaker as well for the combustion shots, as well as there's the Agility perk, which in the Abyss I'm trying to get through it as quickly as possible, and Titans are pretty slow, so the added Agility really helps. Use Hunger of Crota, just because I can't use Galahorn with the Icebreaker. For my exotic helm, I like to use Helm of the Saint just so I could drop it, and then thralls will get blinded when they walk through. So I drop it, and then everybody just keep on running, and it kind of gives us a little breather.
That's good.
Yeah, it comes in really handy, especially at the very end when you're waiting for the bridge to form. If you drop it on that circle, you could everybody kind of hide behind it, and then when the knights start to come through, they'll just get blinded, and you can take them out. I'm always using the Defender class. I use Magnetic Grenade. I really think that's the only one worth using. Increased height. Normally I'll have Blessing of Light, so everybody can get some shield when they walk through it. I also spec for speed and armor, so I can take the hits of the thralls and get there as quickly as possible. Let's see. Yeah, and that's pretty much the setup. Illuminated, increase the benefits of my Blessing of Light. And then when you switch to the bridge phase, I'll switch out Fatebringer. I have Red Hand X. Or once I get it leveled, I will use Fang of Urate, but I'm not there yet.
Almost.
Switch to almost getting there, very close. Well, it actually just happened, so next time I'll probably be using that. And then I'll switch Black Hammer out and Gallahorn. And I like to use Ruin Wings, just so I could get more heavy every time I more heavy drops more often, and every time you pick up a heavy, you get 4 instead of 2, so you can really just start spamming that Gallahorn. It's
Oh wow,
really
that's
useful.
really nice.
Yeah, getting 4 on every ammo drop is clutch.
Especially with that, we still lose it still.
Yeah.
Die.
I do change up a little bit. I'll put weapons of light on so I could take down the sword bearers as quickly as possible. And then I switch back to this spec, which is armor and recovery focus. Just because you don't really need speed after the Abyss. There's no point. Yeah, this is pretty much the setup for that area. Then on Crota, I switch again. I put on Gift of the Void, just so I could give more orbs to everybody so they can heal, and I'll switch back to Blessing of Light. That's pretty much it. I find this raid, I'm doing a lot more switching around. Every part I have a different strategy, a different setup. When Vault of Glass, for the most part, it was just the same setup I'd go through the entire raid with. I think it's more, yeah. Interesting point. But yeah, that's my class. That's how I roll. This exact setup is usually what I do for nightfalls and whatnot, or bounties. It's my go-to. But yeah, that's it. I don't know if Keith wants to show what he does with his warlock.
Yeah.
It's actually really awesome that we can do this and take a look and check it out. I mean, you guys look like all the guys I'm jealous of it when I do actually play. I sit there looking through the list, inspecting people like, oh shit, that's dope.
Alright, so am I up?
Yeah, you're up, bro.
Alright.
Yes, you're up.
Me, Mike? Alright,
Sorry.
cool. Alright, so here's my warlock. My centerpiece for my gear is Light Beyond Nemesis because it replenishes health when I pick up orbs. So that is crucial when fighting Crota on hard mode, obviously. So so my gear usually doesn't change at all during the raid, because it also gives me faster revives, which I guess it doesn't help during hard mode, but yeah, I don't really swap that out though. In terms of weapons, I typically go with Suros during the first part of the raid, and then Swordbreaker to help deal with the thrall that are while you're running the towers and stuff like that. I'll eventually switch. I'll put on Icebreaker to deal with during the bridge part, and then I'll typically transition this over to Oversoul's Edict. And then obviously during Crota, I will put on Gallahorn. So it's
Gallahorn's weak.
yeah, it is. It's not fully upgraded. I only have it at 312, so I have the Wolfpack rounds. Yeah, I don't have it fully upgraded yet, but
I'm messing with you.
it's getting there. It's getting there.
The wolf backgrounds are really all
Glad
that
I'm not showing my Destiny character.
Feels abandoned.
Totally, man.
In terms of my class setup, I mean, I think that it's pretty run-of-the-mill Sunsinger stuff. I like the Firebolt grenade for the grenade, just because with a lot of the Thrall and Acolytes that you're dealing with, it's just easiest to take out a group of them, assuming that you've done at least a little bit damage to them. Since in the hard mode, it's not really going to take them down in one shot anyway. And then Radiance, obviously, I have Fireborn on, so it allows me to use that as my oh shit button. That save the day and come back from the dead. So yeah, I'd never switch that at all. Flame shield. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Obviously, when you're getting bum rushed by Thrall, just hit one of them and you kind of get out of jail free card if you can manage to pull it off in time. And then just the duration of radiance, and then picking out the additional grenade for my final tier.
Cool. Do you switch to Voidwalker at all during the fight, or just
No.
Sunsinger mostly?
Yeah, just Sunsinger. I mean, the utility it brings really is just, it can't be overstated. Not only is it for bringing yourself back from the dead, but also generating orbs during Crota before Crota actually spawns. I'll generate a bunch of orbs, taking out the knights, and just litter that entire place with orbs to help people heal as they're running through. So it's, yeah, I mean, Voidwalker really just can't touch that when it comes to generating orbs. So that's why I stick with that class.
Cool.
Cirrus is good in Crota too because it heals you. A couple of rolls.
It heals you. Cirrus doesn't heal you.
It's not Cirrus?
It does, yeah.
No.
Yeah, it does.
It says right there, a chance to return
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It's very
not-
hit or miss for me. I have tried it, but it does work on occasion. So
Yeah, I guess I never really noticed it. I don't know. It's never been that crucial to me. I've definitely never noticed it during Crota. I usually don't use it during Crota. I'm usually I'll have Galahorn up, or even the Icebreaker taking out boomers. So yeah, maybe I'll give Suros a whirl one time and see how that does feel when it comes to generating health. Maybe it'll trigger health regeneration completely. I don't know.
I think it's hit or miss, but if it does work, it's full health.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to give that a whirl. See what that's like.
yeah, I think Red Death is probably better because
Yeah, and I know that one is like heavy when it comes to regenerating health.
whereas Suros is when you do damage, you have a chance of getting health back, whereas
Yeah.
Red Death is just getting kills. So you
Gotcha.
would have to kill Thrall or Acolyte or something to get your health back. And when I was using Suros, I pretty much had to get the kill, it seemed, for any chance of getting my health back. It just wasn't, pop a few shots at Crota and get your health back. It wasn't that at all. It was very hit or miss, so I was kind of disappointed by that. But
Yeah.
it does have the ability, though, which is, I guess, the bottom line, I guess.
Yep. All right,
So you got
that's
the
pretty
Iron
much
Banner
it.
gloves there, too, hey?
I do. Well, do you mean the gloves?
Yeah, the
these-
gloves, yeah.
Oh yeah. I got these from the previous Iron Banner. Yep. Just to get me up to 32, so I didn't have
Oh,
to.
you did end up
have
grinding
the-
those out. Nice.
Yeah.
I thought you
that
said
was-
you weren't going to be able to do it.
No, that was the last Iron Banner that I got the gloves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right on.
Honestly, they look better than the Raid Warlock gloves, I say. They're not that good looking, in my opinion, but
Yeah, I actually dismantled the raid gloves just because, with this taking the lower radiant, is it radiant that takes?
Yeah.
What's the new one?
yeah, Radiant's new is the
Radiant.
Raid stuff, yeah.
Oh, Radiant's yeah. So
Sense.
that didn't the Ascended Shard. So the gauntlets took the Ascended Shards instead of Radiant. So I was able to, yeah. So I was able to get up to 32 a lot faster by not having to grind out the raid shards for that one.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, let's move on here. And next, Cindy, which one of you guys would like to show off your Call of Duty loadouts here?
I don't know, Cindy, you still got a bunch of background noise right now.
No, I can talk. I'm good.
Alright, go ahead.
Let me pull it up. How do I get there? Give me a second. It's the first time I'm making it to it. Alright, you guys can see that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess first and foremost, that's our reward for clan wars and grinding and winning all the time.
Nice.
Everything from the shin guards, the pants, the gloves, the actual exo, the helmet. That's week after week, piece after piece of grinding. So shouts to everybody doing that. Oh, a little bit of feedback coming through.
Yeah. Man, lots of feedback.
Is that on my end?
Yeah, I think so.
That's new.
Wait, is that Stefan? He just
I think
joined.
it's Stefan there.
Yeah, Stefan just joined.
Gotcha. Here, let me run it back a little bit. My bad. I had to do it this way only because I had no other way to cap. Depends on what I'm doing. If you can see the list of classes over there, that one right there would be for assault rifles, something slaying, something mid-game. I break everything down from beginning game and openings and mid-games because score streaks and strategies differ from your opening, obviously, throughout the end. I'm kind of a big fan of the Battle Inferno. People feel some type of way about it sometimes, but you'll see as we get a little deeper into the video that it really has a ridiculous amount of fire rate compared to a lot of guns in the game, so it gives you an advantage in a game that's so Twitch-based like Call of Duty tends to be.
Is that AR?
Yes, an assault rifle. Let me pause it here again. You can see in Call of Duty, for those of you who don't know, in Advanced Warfare, they do have all these modified versions of each gun. So the one I'm running is the Inferno. It has an enhanced fire rate, enhanced handling, which will be the kickback on the gun. Little less mobility, but with an assault rifle, I'm really not trying to sprint around and make moves and get anywhere too quick, so I'm not too worried about it. If you compare it next to what else you can use within the BAL classes, you'll see that each of them has a little bit of a perk. But again, having that high fire rate at 15 puts you above a lot of guns that you're going to see in the game. And in Twitch-based gaming, turning that corner, 2 players of equal skill, you're going to take it. If I'm doing something a little more on the quick end, SMG style, I do like the ASM-1. This one in particular has some extra range. I always fall back on the same attachments, something like rapid fire, advanced rifling, trying to get, the edge basically, get my bullets in first and get them in closer for more damage. Same perks usually once we're in the mid-game is low profile, cold-blooded, blast suppressor is not to show up. I like to take away information from them. That's where I find my biggest edge is when everybody's looking at their mini-map or thinking they have all the information and walk right past you not realizing you're on the other team. Score streak wise, I don't run big score streaks. I don't hit long score streaks. I'm not really a huge slayer, so that UAV with support will keep coming back even if I die. Threat detection lets us see it through the walls and everything like that, so really a big advantage as far as information goes. The ASM-1, like I said, I've been running the magnitude, so a little different than the regular one, but extra range is good for me. I don't mind taking a hit to mobility because it's a submachine gun. It's pretty quick in the first place. This class I use a little bit more when we're opening up matches, so this one doesn't have any perk to keep UAVs away like low profile. This is more running in, getting the opening capture, getting the opening ball in uplink. Which is kind of like griffball, kind of like basketball, kind of like a lot of games. Some weird American Gladiators of the Future type game. Capture the flag, getting the opening flag and rushing it back real quick. I tend to run a lot of rush classes just because it's a role that's hard to fill for people. It's always good for my team. I play more objective-based. Not much different on this one as the other ones except for the fact that it's based a little more on speed and keeping advantage of my perks. I use another rush opening depending on the map because some maps are long, some maps are short, some maps are in the middle, so we have the shotgun. The face hammer is a monster. It has extended range. I put advanced rifling so it shoots even further. It has pretty much max damage for the game. It's really scary to come up against it in a mid or close range map, especially if I'm really trying to get where I'm trying to go. I use the overclock and the cloak on a lot of these classes you'll see because they allow me to disappear. Escort is a funny class. When we're running with people who like to run the ball as well and capturing the flag, I literally put the ride shield on my back, get on their 6, and eat every bullet I can to keep them moving with the ball or moving with the flag and getting where we're going. So these two that you'll see are just variations on my rush classes, except made to take care of somebody else rather than myself. And these test classes are really just random things that I experiment with. I leave myself a few slots to see what different things can do for me and how to run. But I don't have too many different variations on what I do. I really just like to run through, play objectively, and strategy-wise, it's more who's on my team and how we can adjust to each other than what I'm coming in the game ready to do.
Cool. I used to do that
That's
myself. What you
Pretty
gotta
elaborate.
kind of get comfortable with. It's kind of just kind of becomes the go-to. At least that's the way I used to play Call of Duty. So.
Yeah, I mean, I have my guns that I really, really like, but normally I like to play a numbers game. I'm really into game theory and trying to break down what goes where in metagaming. I played so many different games it comes out of habit, so I tend to always fall back on certain guns for certain reasons, and every time I try to break away and try a new one because somebody wrecks me with it, I always find a reason to go back to that same one over and over again. So right now it's the bow for the fire rate, even though it's an assault rifle. They asked them one because it's steady as hell and it's really quick. And the face hammer because it's just a monster of a shotgun. I took that from Nasty, actually. He used to run around all the time with a shotgun. I was like, this guy's insane. What is he doing?
Yeah,
and then one day I got
too.
bored. Yeah, one day I got bored and tried it, and I realized the allure.
Right on. Yeah, dude, I had a couple questions actually about your loadouts. So you do a lot of customization and do specific stuff for what you're playing. And I was just wondering, do you feel like I don't know, it's worth it? Because I hate doing it, man. Like I do all the customization, then I end up leveling up and prestiging, and everything's gone, and I don't remember exactly how I had it, so I end up screwing it up. So I just anymore.
I always come back to the same thing, so it's not too bad. I've never been huge on prestiging. This is the first Call of Duty I've actually done it a bunch of times instead of like actually setting my classes and playing the way I like to play.
Right.
But it absolutely helps from game mode to a game mode. For example, like even with score streaks, there's a score streak that shuts off the enemy exosuits. They can't double jump. There's a lot of game modes where you have to get to objective points that you can't get to if you can't double jump. The only way up is one single solitary ladder out in the open.
Right.
So being able to adjust game mode, for me it's more early game, late game, and like long map or short map, really. Certain guns just don't work on certain maps because of the ranges that you end up fighting in all the time, and certain game modes just don't allow. Like I don't need to get a million kills and walk around creeping and slaying in hardpoint. My job is to get there and hold it down and be the first one in there, so my team can come in and clean up behind me. That's how we tend to play when we all play together. So.
Right.
For me personally, yes, I find it very rewarding to be able to adjust and do what I got to do and be able to adapt and help my team and give everybody a certain job. Like I run the UAV that's got threat detection, so I have somebody else who gets UAVs run Scrambler. Now we can always see through walls and they can't even see their mini-map the whole game, like 30 seconds until it closes off.
Right.
So being able to adjust is very rewarding.
And
But
that's
I hear you. The few times I prestiged, I unlocked the wrong things, and when I prestiged and unlocked the wrong things, I was kind of upset with myself. It took me like a week to get everything back again.
Right. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But like I said, that's definitely why you have a 2.0 something win-loss ratio. So.
I play to the game and I try to play to the team. I'm big on that. That's why I've been playing that Evolve game so much as well. It's so team-based that I just can't keep coming away from it without thinking about it more.
Yeah, you're definitely making me rethink some stuff. I mean, I'm not I'm not into the customization as much as you are, but there's a couple of things that I might change though. Just
I like synergy. Like a lot of what you guys were doing with your classes in Destiny and how they benefit the people that you're with. Same thing in Call of Duty, really. I like synergy. I like things working very well together, as much as I hate that word itself. But if one thing can help another thing, can help another thing, can help another thing, you're accomplishing like 6 objectives with one person just taking care of one simple task instead of one person juggling 5 or 6 tasks.
Right. I agree. Pretty cool.
I'm with you about synergy. Worst word ever.
Yeah, I can't stand it, but honestly, until they give me a better one, that's really what it is. It's what it's defined as.
I hear ya. Well, Nick, you want to run through your setup real quick here, and we'll.
Sure. So I made a voiceover video, so I don't have one kind of like where I can jump in the chunks. So I'm just gonna let it roll, and I'll explain basically what I got. Is it good to go?
We're on you, so you gotta share your screen.
Oh, that's right. Got it. Share. All right, see it?
There we go.
All right, cool. So, Cindy got all them cool names and stuff. I don't even put names on my shit. Yeah. So I do have a question though. When you do put those names, do those stay, or are they just like the loadouts and everything goes?
I'm sorry, say again. You broke up a little bit on my end.
You see how, yeah, mine's custom one, yours is something else.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you prestige, does it go back to custom one or whatever? Or does
It resets everything back to the default custom classes starting from scratch.
You're a better man than me, my friend. I would not do that shit. So, yeah, here's my loadout. This is my go-to, my Pytech loophole. I use this mainly for mid-range maps. Something you'll notice early is that I use the Goliath in almost every loadout. It's my favorite score streak. The Pytech is probably my favorite gun, so you'll see it in another loadout. But here's my ASM-1 sweeper. I just messed around with this once and really liked it for close range maps. I wrecked it, so I kept it. Didn't mess with it. But as you can see, I haven't had any luck with ASM-1s. Call of Duty people know what I'm talking about. Where's my speakeasy? I want one, damn it. But let's just not go down that road. This is my other Pytech loophole loadout. I use this for more longer range stuff because I got the hybrid scope on it. But this is my go-to, man. Every time I play with this, I usually get a Goliath. You'll see a Goliath every time you run with me, and it's a lot of fun. I love the Goliath. I don't run any perks on it or anything because, frankly, I'm not that good at getting score streaks. So, ASM-1 magnitude. This is what I use for a domination, hardpoint, any of those types of objective game types where a Simtex is going to come in handy, and that remote turret with the 3 perks spins around in circles. 360 degree, and it's Sentry. So I drop that right on a hard point or on a domination A, B, or C. It does work for me. I usually get a couple of those down a game in domination and stuff. And there's homage to my old face hammer loadout. I used to run this all the time. Just love to get into people's face and just smash it. I mean, it's a perfect name, face hammer. You just go up and just blast people. This is definitely my favorite assault rifle. But I don't really use it that much, and as you can see, I'm not a big custom guy. I don't really go through a whole lot. Mine's short, simple, and sweet. I use what I really like to use, and I'm a middle of the road guy. I rarely go negative, and usually I'm winning. I mean, I don't have a 2.0 win-loss ratio, Cindy, but I do have 1.8, so.
You're right there, dude. You're right there. I think McKinney's up to like 2.7 nowadays.
Oh, dude, he's up there, man. He's got to be close to 3 at this point. But I mean, that guy he's a beast.
That's what we do, man. We sit and run. That's where a lot of my climb up in my win-loss was. Me and him running parties for like 8-hour sessions in Clan Wars.
Yeah, I mean, we are a true objective game players. We want to win the game. The objective for every game that you play should be to win, and that's exactly what. And that's why we won 4, Clan Wars and all that. So
absolutely. So shouts to Jay McKinney, MVP, all the time.
No doubt. So that's me. Not much. I made the voiceover video. It's cooler. So you guys go check that out for real.
Cool.
Nice.
Got Stefan back in here. Can you hear us, or what are you usually running Destiny? If not,
Yeah, I think Stefan having problems. Yeah,
I think he was having problems with his mic.
Yeah, I think he's having some issues.
Damn, that $13 mic turned out to be shit happening.
You get what you pay for.
Well, made me eat my words.
All right.
Stefan, are you muted or?
I think he is.
I muted him earlier.
Oh, my headset keeps going in and out now.
Okay. Well, let's move on here. Let's get to the news here, and while we do that, I'm just gonna get some gameplay going here. So let's get to the news. We talked briefly about Clan Wars. Looks like Beachhead was saying it got delayed another week, so it looks like it's going to be at the end of the month now. I think next weekend, I think. So Nick, Cindy, you guys obviously probably getting prepped for that.
Yeah, best we can. I mean, it's tough for people. We've been trying to wrangle 70-something people, 100-something people, break it down into a 54-man team like we like to, and then get everybody on the same page. It's tough when everybody's hyped and ready, and they make plans and they make organized things for their life. I mean, it's only 4 hours on Friday, 4 hours on Saturday, 7 to 11 at night, but you still got to take the time to do it those 4 hours. So
Yeah.
it gets a little tough keeping everybody in line when Beachhead themselves can't get their stuff straight.
Yeah, exactly. 100% with Cindy. My headset keeps popping in and out, so I'm sorry if it's choppy or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is the third week they're postponing. I get the Valentine's Day thing, but they said something about account issues, but I haven't really seen anything with these account issues, and I don't know. It just seems like they like to make excuses. But hey, if they give us a quality clan war next weekend, I'll be happy. So
absolutely, I just can't wait to do it again. That's one of the only reasons I play Call of Duty.
Yep. No, I love the clan wars. That's one of the biggest reasons I play. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to it. We've, done a tireless job of recruiting. We constantly get more people every day wanting to join. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys hear this and are interested after, listening to the podcast and seeing what OG can do and everything in COD, hit us up, and we're willing to try out anybody. You don't have to have specific numbers. As long as you can play in a public game with us and win, then you're good enough. So all it takes is
Diamond again, or
what's that?
You going for Diamond again this time?
Yeah, no, we're definitely going for Diamond. Which I actually found out. I don't know if I told everybody this, but I'm pretty sure I did because I was ranting and raving for like 3 days straight and pissed off as a mother. But what happened was one of the reasons we got decimated so bad by in the last Clan Wars, which I guess I shouldn't be saying we get decimated because, hey, we got second place. Nobody else scored any freaking points. So really not decimation. But I mean, if you really want to go technical about it, they did beat us by 400 points, I think. But, yeah, I found out that we were supposed to be in a 54-man bracket. I didn't touch anything to do with the app. And I guess there was an update the day of the Clan Wars, and it somehow moved us up to 70-man bracket. Well, of course, we're not even ready for 54-man bracket with the showing that we had. So, yeah, we got raffle stomped because of that. And I didn't get, any kind of apology or anything. So, if you do, I guess, whatever.
Boy.
But I did talk to the leader from WoW, and he said it's not the first time this happened. So, I don't know. Hopefully they prevent that shit in the future, but it is what it is.
Get redemption this time.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm definitely prepared for redemption this time. We might even move up to the 70-man bracket. We have 77 people currently. I don't know. We're probably going to discuss that at the last, up into the last minute. But I'm going to get those. If you guys are listening from the Facebook chat, I'm going to get those forms out Sunday or Monday. So make sure we're getting them filled out. And if you're going to make it to the Clan Wars, let us know. And if you're not, you know the deal.
Cool. All right, let's move on. Touched on this briefly last week, but the Halo patch for the Master Chief Collection, 343 says they're getting close, so take that with a grain of salt, I guess. But they say it's coming soon, so I think they said it. Hopefully, they're trying for the end of the month. So I guess we'll see if that comes to fruition or not. But Still waiting for that.
Take it with a cube of salt.
Something like that.
Same thing with the Destiny heavy ammo patch.
Oh yeah, so that's our last little bit of news here. Update today, teasing more for the next patch. Obviously, yeah, heavy ammo bug being fixed, the pulse rifle buff, all that other weapon tuning, and this week they're saying that the weekly heroic strike is now going to be allow matchmaking, so you won't be able to solo the weekly heroic anymore. You can still solo the nightfall, and well, I guess you still can still solo the raid as well. But yeah, matchmaking is being introduced to the weekly. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think that's a good call, bad call?
If they go ahead, Keith.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think that it's really gonna matter that much. I mean, the weeklies are pretty easy for the most part. I mean, I think that other than the Crota strike or the Omnigul strike, I don't think that the other ones aren't bad at all for the weekly.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not the first step in a line of updates that leads to the raid being matchmaking, that leads to people complaining that the raid is too hard because they can't beat it with a match-made group, to them dumbing down the raid.
Well,
That's actually pretty fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely sound logic, and I think that we've talked about that before, but even looking at the new raid, it's a lot easier than what Vault of Glass was. So, I mean, they're obviously already in the trend to make raiding easier.
See, well, you got to figure the raid was already done, right? It wasn't their plan to make it easier. Maybe it just turned out that way. I'm kind of hoping that the next raid's harder.
I hope so. I mean, that'd be great, but yeah, right now Crota's extremely easy.
Yes.
I don't think they need to make it harder. I think they just need to, make it more mechanics based instead of just difficulty based.
Yeah. More interesting mechanics like Vault of Glass for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we've beaten this to death, but I think it was just set up. It was a new experience other than Vault of Glass, more to cater towards how the Hive are. It's just in your face, punching.
Yeah. Okay, well, speaking of Crota, video came out this week of hard mode being soloed.
Yeah, and I mean that just speaks to that point. Like if you can solo a raid, then the raid is too easy.
Yeah. I mean, that guy must have went through a lot of frustration, but still, that is insane. I can't believe that.
It shouldn't be mechanically possible.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it technically is, because he was a hunter up to Crota, and then he said the only way to do it was as a Sunsinger Warlock with, I think, Starfile Protocol as his exotic. I'm not too sure exactly what that does, but he said that was the only way that he could do it. So, to me,
so
he didn't solo it, really, because he didn't, run it from beginning to end as, one character. I don't think a Warlock or a Titan could get through the Abyss on hard. It might be possible, I'm not too sure, but the way that he did it, using the invis and all that, definitely makes it more manageable. And then to only be a Warlock at the end to beat it, just kind of.
But if one person can do it, then it's not. Then it doesn't have the mechanical depth that requires the coordination of multiple people. That's what I was talking about. Because
okay, that's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, Atheon, for example, that it's literally impossible to do it by yourself because somebody has to be inside shooting oracles, somebody has to be outside. There's mechanical depth that requires coordination between people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And here's hoping to House of Wolves is more like that.
Well, with the extra time that they're taking, we'd sure hope that they're going to put that sort of effort into it and maybe tweak a few things here and there.
Maybe give us Capture the Flag, please. It's It's a hope of mine. Slim
That would be
hope,
awesome.
But a hope.
That would be pretty nice.
But
Well, we'll see.
yes, we will.
Quarter 2. So the waiting continues.
Yeah, as
I
always.
love you going ham on this, Mike. You gonna save Elephant?
What?
Are you gonna save Elephant, Mike, up here on the?
Oh
video?
yeah, I do
Watching
eventually.
Mike's
But yeah,
video.
this was a. Yeah, we're watching this week's Nightfall, Will of Crota, Omnigull, No Burn, Light Switch, Juggler, Angry. So basically, it's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with it. I'm like, yeah, that's not worth it.
Well, you're not going
Right.
to see it, but if you skip towards the end, you'll see Boss come in there and save the day.
Right up.
Well, I won't lie, he did. Austin got kicked about halfway through the boss fight, so I'm there by myself. So Austin comes back, and somewhere along the way, her health fully regened,
Oh.
and
Yeah, that sucks.
so yeah, I put the plea for help out, and Franz came to the rescue. Luckily, her health went back down again, but yeah, there was a few tense minutes there. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing there. And yeah, if like that was just it was painful at times, to be honest. Like it's a fairly difficult strike to begin with, and to have no burn and to have the modifiers that they did, like angry enemies don't flinch, like, and when you're going against these shielded knights, it's just a real pain in the ass. But
I can
What the
definitely see why
Nightfall
Keith
should be.
didn't do it.
It's what the Nightfall should be. It's the difficult one.
No, I applaud them for having something that's difficult, but it's a risk versus reward thing. It's what you get out of it. It's just some random roll. It's not you're not guaranteed to get anything good, so it's an opportunity cost. I could have been doing Iron Banner versus spending an hour and a half doing this. So.
Oh yeah.
it took us almost 45 minutes to get through it. So.
Oh, it took you 45.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
There's no
No.
better feeling than getting through it and then getting 8 ascendant energies.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Is
That's
that
what I'm
what
saying.
happened?
That's what I'm saying. You could spend a lot of time and frustration just to get junk.
Oh, yes.
Well, luckily I did get. Let me skip to the end here. I did get something decent, I think, this time. So, got the machine gun here. Let's bring it up. That'll be here in a
Where's the
sec,
boss?
so.
There he is.
There he is. Savior of the day.
Come on. Anyways, you guys got anything you'd like to throw in here before we sign off for the week?
No.
Oh,
Not really, no.
we covered it.
Yeah, I'm good to go, man.
Awesome. Links to the few things we talked about here are in the show notes. I got a link to My Hunter Keith's.
Oh, I don't think you saved anything, boss. 9 kills. Give me a...
You didn't have to show that, Mike. Come on.
Sorry, Mike.
Makes you look really good with that 130 whatever.
Right? Looks good on that.
Actually, now that I think about it, if you do go on originalguardians.net, the website, in the Call of Duty thread, we had a section that we started talking about loadouts, so anything you had questions about, anything you were interested in, any discussion you want to have about it, you guys should definitely start going there and talking it out and seeing what you can figure out.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I also want to touch on one thing. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, right.
We got a good solid group of clan members that are playing Evolve. If anybody's interested, just hit up NastyDestroyer on Facebook. You don't have to join the clan, but I mean it would be encouraged. We also have different facets besides Evolve, but we're definitely I'm supporting Evolve. Me and Cindy are definitely all about Evolve. So if you guys are interested in that,
Heavily, yeah. We got a lot of good role players, and we are looking for some more to round it out. So
it's a lot
How many
of
do we have
fun
right
when you
now?
get 4 people together and
it's a very,
go in
very
there.
team-based game. You have to be working together, and you have to be really down to help the person to your left and right. So
I think we have about
people to
10
run
in
with.
there right now, Franz, between everybody that has Evolve and that is playing it from the clan.
Oh, you have me intrigued. I might get it now. I wanted to
Dude,
try it.
it's definitely the coolest.
Yeah, let
It's
us
the
know,
coolest
dude.
game that's been out recently. Definitely, I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Can you do custom matches in there?
Yeah, well, ask Cinny if he likes me being the monster.
Not at all. Not at all.
That could be fun. Yeah.
It's a ton of fun, man. My headset keeps bugging out, so I'm not sure. But yeah, if you get it, man, let me know. We'll add you to the chat, and this just goes out for anybody that's in the clan listening or whatever. Hit me up, and we'll get you into that chat, and we're constantly trying to get groups together. So, hit us up.
It's kind of like the OG hunting club.
No doubt.
Cool. All right. OriginalGuardians.net, the website. Check us out there. Facebook, of course, Original Guardians. Twitter, @OGuardians. Google+, just search plus Original Guardians. As I mentioned, links in the show notes. Check those out if you would like. And I think with that, we'll sign off for the week. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we'll be back next week.
See you guys later.
Have a good week, guys.
Later, guys.
Take care. Later.